Hello, my mangoes. This reading is going to be about where you can better focus your energy. So, I pulled three cards from my magical spell cards deck. Um, and they will be the cards that point towards the area in your life where you should be placing either most of your focus or more focus. And so we have the seashell, the river stone or pebble, very large pebble, and a headstone. So please take a moment to just meditate and see which pile resonates with you. And while you do that, I'm going to sage. Usually I sage before, but today I did not really have smudging time. I'm actually taking a break from my work day in order. I found like a nice little pocket of time. I usually tend to record my readings late at night. But today I just felt like it was the vibe to do a daytime reading. I hope all of you are well. Okay, and pile one with the seashell, we will begin with you. Pile one, where should you? Health. Well, okay. Pile one, health to me can mean many things, of course. But in this case, I'm really getting the sense that you should be focusing on your physical health. Um, that being said, physical health, of course, is only one aspect of health, and it does intersect with mental health and emotional health. I think, and I do not like, I would not take this as like you don't need, for example, like if you are going through something and you've been debating going to therapy. This is not a spirit saying don't go to therapy. This is simply saying that if you engage in exercise and eating healthily, all of that is going to contribute towards your overall health. And oftentimes this can be an area of our life that we neglect, right? So it's all about balance. I'm going to pull out the corresponding book and we're going to read health. So, health is always desirable, and when we have experienced that true glow of true health, we have often just experienced it as a natural state of being. It is its absence that most often teaches us just what health is. This spell will help you to bring good health to yourself, and if someone you care for is ill, you may also cast the spell on their behalf. If you were chosen by this spell, you are being gently reminded that you can help yourself or a person you feel concerned for. Please put any fear you feel aside and cast for yourself or on behalf of this other person. It is always best to seek their consent first. However, if this is not possible, you may simply work this energetic magic on their behalf, asking for the highest good of all concerned. If you chose to spell yourself, you may already know that help is available. So choose to cast with an open mind and heart and be amazed at the health and vitality this magic will bring. The universe loves you and wishes to support you. So allow it to bring healthy energy to you and those you care about through this beautiful spell. Now, I'm going to read the health spell. Cast this spell on a Sunday or any time during a waning moon. You will need a blue candle. A neutral color is fine if you're using a beeswax or soy candle, and 3 drops of Ravensara oil. Make a lovely healing soup of organic vegetables and stock. Go to your altar and see a circle of white light all about you. See this white light flowing all around you, moving through you, and clearing any areas where potential ill health is residing. Anoint your candle with the oil, being careful not to touch the wick. Light your candle and chant 3 times. Mother Earth sweet, Mother Earth bright, bring to me your healing might. Mother Earth strong, pure and bright, encircle me with healthy light. Make me well, let me shine. Truly my body is divine, and by the power of 3 by 3, as I do will, so mote it be. And I'm going to hold this up so that you can see, okay, so that you can see the spell in case you want to pause it or take a screenshot. Then you will blow out your candle, then head outside and lie down upon the earth. Let your arms and feet really feel the earth. So you're really going to go and do a grounding spell. Let all that is unwell flow from your body into the earth to be transmuted. When you feel this energy has truly flowed free from you into the earth, take a moment to breathe deeply in and out 3 times. Move to a new space, lie down again, and with the next in-breath, feel the deep healing energy of the sacred earth flow into you. Feel yourself full of this wonderful energy and feel your own energy shift, change, and rework so you become healthy, strong, and full of vitality and life force. Return to your sacred space, see the white light shimmer and grow softer as it is reabsorbed into the earth of the universe. And know health is now yours. Blessed be. Okay, pile 1. I really get the sense that you're out of balance health-wise. So this may be, I'm getting the message that for some of you, you have been in a period of deep isolation and shadow work, and maybe you have kind of neglected other aspects of your physical health, which, again, may include nutrition, exercise. And so you're being both commended for taking the time to work through a lot of your shadow issues, right? And bringing light into those spaces. But now it's time to sort of balance out and reground into the world, right? Because a lot of times when we do take those time out, it can leave us feeling very ungrounded because you are working so much with spirit and with your subconscious and with your shadow side, and all of it is very intangible in a way. And so our human side, or our earthly physical side, can tend to feel very disconnected. So, like one of the symptoms of depression, right, is not wanting to groom yourself, right? And part of that is low energy. And so I think similarly, like when we're going through a spiritual awakening, a transformation, or we're leveling up, or we're assimilating something, it can be hard to engage in those activities. And when we do, so one thing that I find to be very common is food, overindulging in food or underindulging. So maybe you are not eating enough and you're malnourishing yourself, right? So just making sure that, okay, maybe you're not hungry most of the day, right? And I'm not a nutritionist, so like fair warning, this is not medical advice, but let's say you're not eating at all. Maybe you're going a day without eating, you're eating very scarcely. Like if you can't bring yourself to eat, at least have one meal a day that is a good solid meal, right? A good balanced meal, a satisfying meal, whatever that means to you, instead of just like forcing yourself to take little nips and bites of this throughout the day. And it's like, I don't know, all junk food and like just like sugar and soda. Like just do that one thing for yourself once a day instead of feeling like stressed out and like you have to do it 3 times a day. Start small, right? And see how you feel. For others of you, I'm seeing overeating. And that is also something that happens when we're out of balance and we're trying to ground ourselves. That's I like I know that's something I kind of realized recently, like that it when I've been feeling like very disconnected from my reality, I sometimes turn to food as a way to feel like I'm here, like I'm grounded, like I'm alive, like I'm engaging in something that brings me pleasure, right? And so and makes me feel real and alive. And you know, food is a pretty quick and easy way to do that. Um, but it's just very important that you be mindful of it and um, that it doesn't get out of balance. And I don't want you to like beat yourself up about it. Like give yourself grace wherever you're at. Um, if you set a goal one day and you make it part of the way, but not all of the way, or even if you fail completely, the point is to keep going, to keep trying. Consistent effort will yield results eventually. Okay, you just don't bow out of the race. Um, Fail forward. You know that like don't don't feel like it has to be perfect right away, because I think that's where people get discouraged and they give up. But when you adopt an attitude of failing forward, it literally means I'm going to fail, but I'm going to keep going forward until one day that failure is just going to slowly step into success, right? And that really is a healthier mindset, and it allows you to set small realistic goals that amount to you reaching your larger goal. And it also creates a space where you are being gentle with yourself, right? And that is also an aspect of health. How do you speak to yourself? Self-talk is so important, right? Like the way we see ourselves is directly correlated with the way we speak to ourselves and the way we treat ourselves. So it is very important to engage in taking care of your health, because that is the way you are engaging with yourself and you're signaling to not only the universe but to other people for how best to treat you or how you feel you deserve to be treated. Okay? So we're going to pull now for health. What do you want to know about the health? Mm-hmm. Okay, beautiful. Pile one. So yeah, I'm really seeing that now I'm actually getting some of you may be over exercising and not taking any time to have fun in other ways. And I know exercise can be fun, but like maybe you need a hobby, you know? Like maybe you have this exercise thing down and you need a hobby. Whatever the case is, I'm seeing that you're finding it hard to envision a change. I'm seeing that you find it hard, like you don't really see it possible to have a new beginning. See that it's possible. Like there is a stagnancy around making this shift. And exactly what I just told you with the Knight of Pentacles, this is slow and steady progress. So it's saying just Just do it. Just be slow, steady, consistent. You don't like, I forgot who said this, but it's always stayed with me. It's like the fastest way to win the race is to go slow. And I'm so sorry if I butchered that. And if anyone knows who said that and like what the correct verbiage of that is, please like let me know in the comments. But yeah, slow and steady, or slow is the fastest way to win the race. You get the gist. The point is, sometimes when we like rush or we sprint, we burn out, right? And that's not the best strategy to take if it's a long track, right? A sprint is great for a short goal, right? But you're in it for the long haul. This is about endurance. And so it's better for you to go slowly and make it there. Remember, you are only in competition with yourself. You should not be in competition with anyone else, right? You are always trying to be the best you. That is where you should be. And so I'm seeing that you are in the scarcity mindset where you're feeling like you're not able, you're not like equipped, you're not disciplined enough even. And that isn't true, okay? Or maybe you feel like you don't have the resources you need. Get creative. Ask for what you want. You know, oftentimes people are willing to lend us help, but we have to ask for it. Or we may not feel like it's possible for us. And the simplest thing sometimes is to literally, you know, whatever you pray to, whoever you believe in, and even if you believe in nothing, like you lose absolutely nothing by just stating your intention out loud and just saying like, I need help. I would like to eat more healthily. I would like, is it healthy? I would like to eat healthier food. I would like to nourish myself in a balanced way. I want to be healthy. I want to eat organic food. I want to cut out red meat. I want to cut out chicken. You know, whatever it is that you feel is best for you and your organism and body, identify those things and state them. Intention is extremely powerful. For some of you, I think like it would be helpful to write it out. So write out like what you want and read it to yourself when you wake up and before you go to sleep. And that is such a simple thing that is extremely grounded, okay? Because a lot of you are very ungrounded. And even if you didn't do it that day or you didn't perform to the best of your, like, to the, exactly to where you envisioned, at least you will be taking strides and steps towards that. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, I do see that once you start doing this, you're going to get grounded. You're going to be re-engaging with your, like, this is so beautiful to me because you are going to be re-engaging with your inner self, your high priestess, which is like, you know, however you identify, this is your spiritual side, your intuition, like that gut. You're going to feel grounded in that again. And you know what's really interesting is when I started to speak about the high priestess, I was looking over to the shell and reminded that, like, you know, this is obviously of the sea, and water's like very emotional, right? And so but it's also, to me, represents like a meeting of, you know, water and earth. And that's kind of what you need to do, is like bring your emotional side and your spiritual side, right? Like that whole area, that watery area of your life where I feel like you've been placing most of your focus, which is beautiful, it's necessary, but you need to emerge and ground yourself and like realize that you are of these two worlds, right? And like, I'm picturing a mermaid now. But yeah, like, you need both in your life, right? You're made of both. We're made of water, we're made of earth. And you need to honor both sides in order to feel balanced and complete, and to honor the progress that you have made on this journey, right? And bring it together into like a harmonious whole. And that actually leads me to my last card, which, like, I know a lot of you might be thinking like, oh, it's the lovers. Like, no, this is not about a lover. Okay, sorry, hate to break it to you. And I'm not saying that like you won't have a lover in the future, but right now this is about you coming into union with yourself. This is about you bridging that gap, literally what I just said about the water and the earth, and bringing those two sides together and becoming one, right? Like, no more fragmentation. This is healing. This is union. This is beautiful energy. So pile one, that is all I have for you today. I wish you the very best. I truly hope that was helpful. If you would like to like, share, or subscribe, and or if you are interested in any future readings from me, my email is in the description box, and I would love to hear from you if you would like to comment and let me know if this resonates with you, how this applies to you. Very interesting reading. Thank you so much for blessing me with your presence today, and I wish you the very best day, week, month. Love you all. All right. So pile two. Pile two, forgive me. You are the river sun. I just need a little sip of water. My throat's slightly dry. Okay. Pile two. Abundance. All right, pile two. I'm seeing money. Okay, I'm seeing money. And okay, abundance does not just refer to money, right? But money is an expression of abundance, and I think that you're truly abundant with or without money, and I think Spirit wants you to step into that. So we're first going to look at, this is a magical spell card deck, so I'm going to read through what the booklet says for this particular, for abundance, and what the associated spell is for that. Whether or not you believe in this, and if you simply want to recite the words of the spell and not engage in the ritual, or, you can modify it. You can do your own ritual, but I will be reading it, and I'll show you what the abundance spell says, so you can screenshot it if you need to. And so for this card, it's saying that you are absolutely energetically ready to take the brave step into being more abundant. The simplicity of this spell is akin to the simplicity of opening up to receive more of the goodness life has to offer. Receptive. You need to be receptive. Okay? The universe is endlessly abundant, and you are the universe, an eternal part of this energy, and as such, you too can create and attract abundance. The universe is telling you it is time to step away from simply having enough to get by. The universe is saying there is now plenty for you and is nudging you to do the energetic work, which will connect you to the source of plenty and abundance. Casting this spell will help you to accept your own divine right to abundance. Through working magic, you will be able to create more of what it is you want in your life. If you chose this card, well done. You have realized that simply surviving is not sufficient or worthy enough. You are going to activate the source of abundance within you and connect to that flow and to that energy. You are now willing to take bold and courageous action to manifest on the physical level more than enough health, love, money, food, wonderful energies, abundant joy and well-being, but most of all, plenty. Pile 2, it is saying you are everything, baby, okay? So, yes, not just money, but plenty. That's the word. You are plenty. And you know what I just got? I just got that like it would be very helpful for you to like spend time in the mirror, right? Like when you talk to yourself and just look at yourself and state this affirmation and just say you are plenty. I am plenty. We are plenty. Okay? That is very powerful. Pile 2, like affirm that, claim it. This is such a contrast to the needy energy you have personally experienced and are ready to change. So be thankful, be grateful, and be aware that by casting this spell, you are creating abundance, and this will help so many more people and beings apart from yourself. There's plenty for everyone in this wonderful world. It is time for you to connect to the source of plenty and abundance. Pile 2, like when we step into ourselves, the more fully we embody ourselves, the more fully we are able to then model for others what is possible. And that in turn, like our expansion actually helps others expand, because then they're like, oh, okay, wow, like I didn't realize this was possible, you know? Like I'd never seen this before. Or maybe I'd only seen this in movies or books, but like not in real life, not someone I know actually living this way and being this way. Like I've never witnessed this power, this confidence. Like don't be apologetic. Don't dim your light. And you know, something I'm really hearing is that for quite a few of you, like I do see that like you are people of color, and so often that is much more scarce or limited in our communities, right? Because whether like we have lacked resources or whatever legacy of, you know, colonialism, poverty, racism, it leaves a mark with the like it leaves these wounds that have ripple effects on like our consciousness and really our level of our understanding, our concept of what possibilities we have, right? And this doesn't just apply to people of color, but I am hearing that there are definitely people of color in this pile that need to hear that, okay? And I actually kind of want to cry now. And for some of you, that also is generational for sure. Who are not people of color and who are. Some of you have families that, like, you know, have been in really bad cycles due to circumstance, due to choice. There are so many scenarios here, but that doesn't have to be you. Pile 2, oh my goodness, I really want to cry right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, I'm going to show you the abundance spell. This is on the bottom. It's on 2 pages. I really hope you can see that. I'm going to read it as well. And then for the second page, there we go. Okay, pile 2. So, for the abundance spell, you will need 9 drops of bergamot oil, Earl Grey tea, which, by the way, if you didn't know, Earl Grey is black tea with lavender and bergamot. So, there's a little connection between the tea and the bergamot oil. Delicious, by the way. 9 silver coins, 1 green candle, and some seeds. On a Sunday, when the moon is waxing, cover your altar with a gold cloth. Visualize a circle of golden light all about you, abundant, full of good fortune, pure and good. Blend the 9 drops of bergamot oil in a base oil and anoint your candle. Light the candle and arrange the 9 silver coins about it. Scatter the seeds on the altar to the outside of the coins. Contemplate opening up to abundance and what that would be like for you. How would you feel if there was more than enough? How would you enjoy this energy, this abundance? What form would it come in? When you can strongly feel this energy of abundance, chant the following 3 times. Lakshmi, abundant one, come to me. I ask for thee to set me free. Golden fortune shine on me now. Goddess, show me when and how. Golden Lakshmi, green and gold. Let me be strong, let me be bold. Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let abundance be mine. Lakshmi divine, let abundance come to me. And by the power of 3 times 3, as I do, so mote it be. Feel that energy of abundance filling you. And feel Lakshmi's presence helping you to open up to creating more abundance within your life and to know you are worthy and ready to receive. You may wish to write down what you would most love to manifest in your book of shadows and light. When you have finished writing, see the circle of golden light shimmer, then dissolve, transmuting and being reabsorbed back into the energy of the universe. Abundance is on its way. Leave your altar set up for an hour or so after the spell. Then blow out the candle and clear the seeds. Place the seeds in the earth, within your wallet or within a pot plant. Place the 9 silver coins in your wallet or purse and drink a cup of Earl Grey tea. Earl Grey contains bergamot, which attracts abundance. So have a cup whenever you wish to reignite your abundance. I love this. I might do this. I'm here with y'all. Pile 2. Okay, pile 2. We're going to do... we're going to pull tarot cards to close out this reading and just get a little more specifics around advice for you. I'm hearing France for some of y'all. I actually picked this at the beach in Nice, France. Le France. And one of my best friends is actually flying home from Paris today. So I'm feeling very French. I'm probably really getting on her nerves because every time we've talked, I'm literally like, Le France, France. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like an ignorant American, but it is what it is. Okay. Wow. Wow. Pile of 2. I pulled more cards for you without even thinking about it. I think I only did 6 for the last pile. Pile 2. Okay. Guys. Hi, pile 2. I'm sorry. My camera cut out, which is a little bit weird, but I'm back. So what I'm seeing here for abundance is the Chariot coming in with very, very fast energy. So this to me is like, it does harken back to what we were just reading for the abundance spell, which is essentially that like the universe is knocking down your door. They're just like, look, I want to give you these blessings. I want to shift you into this energy. You are ready. I think you're ready. And you just literally need to take that leap. Even though we don't have it here, I'm really getting the full energy. It's literally like, take the leap of faith. Just jump off the cliff. It's fine. I will catch you. I got you. You're going to soar. You're going to sail. You're going to jump into like the most delicious body of water. It's okay. I will rise up to receive you, but like you also have to be willing to receive, right? If you stay where you are, you will stay in an energy of stagnation. And what does stagnation lead to? Rot. Inner rot, okay? Sounds dramatic, but it is. Like things, like we do require a certain level of momentum in order to be healthy, right? Even the fact that like as humans, we have to engage in exercise. Maybe some of you need to check out pile 1 as well. as this pile. But yeah. And so what I'm seeing is that you should be in this abundance energy, right? Like you should be embodying this Queen of Pentacles energy, but you haven't been. And so if you will just step into it, then you'll get the Ten of Pentacles. And honestly, the Ten of Pentacles is like the very best card in terms of like good fortune. It is the most fortuitous to me, or one of the most, because like unlike the Ten of Cups, which is also great and it speaks about all of this emotional fulfillment, this is a very balanced card, right? This is really embodying, like, to the T, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that energy of plenty. And it's saying, right, like I told you to say, I am plenty, you are plenty, we are plenty, right? And it is actually good scientifically. It has been scientifically, why can't I speak? Scientifically proven that it's good to speak to yourself in third person. It's actually healthy to engage with yourself that way. Like, you know, sometimes it actually helps us to be more tender with ourselves as well. If we like think of part of our inner self or our inner self as a child or as someone that you are taking care of, that you feel tenderness towards. And so for this upside down Five of Pentacles, it's really like this is literally the two opposite ends of the spectrum, and you're being told that like it. To me, this is a reference to the fact that like you may have been in a time of isolation. This is very similar to pile one, where like you, whether it was forced or chosen, like you may have really just withdrawn in many ways, and it's time for you to step back out, and it's time for you to step into this energy. Like I do see that there has been a period of struggle, and now you're just sort of surveying. I'm hearing the wreckage, so I don't know what y'all went through, okay? Like it, like you're literally surveying the wreckage of all that came before, right? And you know, sometimes the aftermath, for a lot of you, it's pretty bad, actually. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But sometimes the aftermath of like everything that happened, I see you taking stock of your past, leading up to this moment. And now it's time to sort of turn into like, okay, that happened. It's the past. I'm putting it to rest now. And so like for me, this is dual in nature, where you're both recounting the past and then also contemplating what you would like in future, right? Which is very important. And also, like I'm hearing, don't place limits on what you want. Don't do the whole thing of like, okay, I think this is possible for me. This is a fair ask. This is a decent ask. No. Ask for what you want. Don't half-ass it. Literally ask for the max of what you want. If you could have anything you want, period. Don't put limitations on it. Don't limit your possibilities. Just strive, right? For the Page of Pentacles, after you do that, you're going to be stepping into this energy. Stepping back into the world. That's how I'm seeing this, right? Because I do think you embody this Queen of Pentacles energy. But for me, this is just you taking that first step back towards yourself. And I think like it's so beautiful now that I think of it with this stone, because obviously this has been smoothed out by water, by time. And I see that like you have taken the time to let your emotions wash over you, to let even the pain of all of the past wash over you and form you and shape you into really just such a graceful and poised individual that you should be proud of. And I think, Pile 2, that when you are in this energy, because I know this is where you're at right now, that I truly hope that when you are recounting and taking stock of all of this, that you take time to really pat yourself on the back, to congratulate yourself, to tell yourself that you are proud of you and that you are going to be okay. Okay? Pile 2, thank you so much for being here with me. Please like, share, subscribe, comment if you feel comfortable. Let me know if this resonated with you. I always want to hear your stories. If you're interested in a private reading, my information, my email is in the description. And now we will be moving on to pile 3. Pile 3 shows the hagstone. And the hagstone is, some people say hag, some people say hag. It's just really a stone that has a naturally occurring hole or holes through it. And it otherwise would be quite an ordinary stone, right? But it is used a lot as a protective stone and to ward off like bad spirits, nightmares. It is also used in fertility magic. Some people even believed that you could use it to peer into, like, you know, through the holes, that you could use it to peer into other, like, into the fairy world. So I don't know, maybe you have a little fairy magic in you. Maybe you have. First, I'm actually getting that some of you might look like a little impish, or might be like tiny. Sorry, guys. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I needed to drink some water. You know, it's like one of those things where, like, we're just programmed to say sorry for everything. And I'm really trying to unlearn that. Okay, healing. Okay. Pile 3, you need to focus your energy on healing. I'm getting a sense you have not been focusing on this. You've been actually doing quite the opposite and running away from it, and not facing the hurt. I think maybe, oh wow, I'm getting a sense that, like, whatever you're avoiding is so painful that, like, you just don't want to deal with it. You don't want to engage in it. And, like, I'm not here to shame you, pile 3. It's hard. So I'm actually going to get more into, like, I'm going to do this little opposite from the last group. So for the last group, I was reading the associated spell for healing. And then we were getting into, like, more clarity and advice. But for you, I feel like we need to understand what's going on here first. I actually just got, like, a really sharp pain in my right temple. So, it's pretty heavy, you guys. Alright, so, pile 3. Pile 3, Pile 2 is your cousin, because they were also in Hermit energy. For quite a few of you, this feels romantic, quite unlike the other piles. Pile 2, someone let you down, someone betrayed you. For some of you, this is platonic. For quite a lot of you, it is romantic, though. I do feel so. You know, I'm gonna proceed as though this is romantic, because that's the majority. But please substitute as you see fit. Also, like, I will be talking about divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy, but that does not always account for gender. Whether you're non-binary or identify as male or female, I'm just talking about the actual energy that these people are embodying. So I'm seeing like someone with a very strong alpha female energy, okay? And this person actually seems pretty balanced to me, where I think they embody both their male and feminine energy well. Like they have a good they're comfortable in each and they dominate each. Like I'm seeing like boss energy, like, you know, like she's a baddie. Like she is, yeah. For the guy or the divine masculine, I do get the sense that a lot of you may have started off as friends. I think that there was a conversation here where someone was very direct, but didn't really speak from a place of emotion. Um, so I do think that there might have been a separation prior to that conversation, or a pause. And um, then there was, okay, so I'm seeing two scenarios. Either there was a conversation that really wasn't productive, and where like you're both not on the same page. And I don't mean, by not on the same page, I don't mean that one of you wants one thing and the other wants another, though that may be the case. I mean that like you're not showing up to the conversation authentically. So I feel like, you know, switch this around as you see fit, but I feel like you were showing up authentically to this conversation. You were ready to, you know, be vulnerable, be real, have have a productive exchange, and this other person is not there. Like they came to this conversation very disconnected with their heart space. I do not feel like they are comfortable in their heart space. I think they know that they have a lot of love and care for you, but they struggle with like feeling it or expressing it, or like, so even if they feel it, like they might feel it and then they run away from the emotion and like refocus elsewhere because it just isn't where they're comfortable. And so I'm seeing that, like, you know, an offer may have been made, or like they may have had an opportunity to shift things and they did not take it. Okay? And you feel very let down and betrayed by that. And now I think you're actually in this space where you don't want to speak. You don't, like, it's almost like you're just like, okay, I can't do anything about this because I showed up and, you know, I was being receptive. I was doing everything I had to do, and like this person just failed me, you know? And listen, that is true. I don't disagree with you. But without excusing their lack of either accountability or transparency or honesty, because that's not okay. They are not where you're at, okay? They're not emotionally as involved. They're not as mature. They're not able to engage in this exchange. I think there's a part of them that does want to be. And I think that there is a lot of shame around it. And there's a lot of hiding. And I see you being such an independent, vibrant being. And I know that, like, you must feel rejected, right? And that's a very bitter pill for anyone to swallow. And I just want to iterate and reiterate that you are still this person, and this other person's inability to cherish you, value you, see you, meet you where you're at. You, listen, baby, look at all this yellow. You have so much light, and I think that it's blinding to this other person. I don't think, You know, it's like when someone tries to stare at the sun. To me, like, you are the sun, and he's not ready to be in the sun's presence, okay? So, and it's really sad because you want to lift this person out of the dark, but like only they can do that. And end of day, like no one is the answer, right? We are our own answer. Only he can lift himself up. He needs to find his light. And when he is comfortable living in his light and embodying that, then your light will not be uncomfortable. It will not be threatening. And listen, for all of you, it's different. This person may never choose to do that. That's not in your control. But you should not dim your light because of this. And right now, because you are not allowing yourself to really think about this, dwell on it, process the pain, you are dimming your light because you need to tend to your wounds. You need to take care of you, okay? You just suffered a really serious emotional blow. And I know it's very tempting to ignore that, but it's not going to be helpful for you long term, okay? And it's, look at this. This is you, and you're trying to act like you're fine. You're not fine, okay? I'm sorry, but you're not. And you need to take those swords out of your back, and you need to heal, and then you need to keep being this amazing being that you already are, okay? So pile 3, we're going to get into your abundance. I'm sorry, your healing spell. Wow, why did I just say abundance? I do know the last one. You know what? This may be blocking your abundance. I think that, like, quite in opposition to the last pile where they're stepping into the abundance, like, since you were in that Nine of Pentacles energy, I think that, like, you were already there. I think that you've kind of lost your way a bit, and you need to, like, healing will help you step back into it. All right. Healing energy is very powerful. We all have times when we know we are not able to channel universal energy through to others or to our own selves. We may feel flat, unwell, or unable to help others, even when we would most wish to. But with this magical spell, your healing powers will revive and regather, to be poured from the universe through to you and onwards. Either to those, wow, that was interesting to me how I said through you to you, because I feel like, even though it doesn't say that like you were meant to hear that. Like, you can heal yourself, you know? Either to those who need you or to your own self. This spell will show you one of the many simple positive ways to reconnect so that healing can take place in your tender, more wounded places. If this spell has chosen you, it is time to pay attention to the issue of healing in your life. What did I tell you? Listen to me, okay? Whatever needs to be healed, you first need to be in touch with the healing power lying dormant within you. Cast this spell and use this power wisely and well. If you have chosen this spell, you know that something or someone, perhaps even yourself, would benefit from healing. But you may feel low or unsure of how exactly to go about this. Cast the spell, and as you feel the energy begin to flow into you, choose where to let it flow to next. You will choose well. So for the healing spell, you will need a candle, chamomile, salt, and bay leaves. Go to your sacred space and see a healing circle of green light all about you. If you are working this spell for another soul, you may wish to focus on them by chanting their name or placing a picture of them on your altar. If this is for you, simply tune deeply into yourself in the healing pool of energy that lies within you and is connected to the universe. Inscribe your candle with the generic rune for healing, pictured opposite. Hold it between your hands and place it into its holder on your altar. Okay, so I'm going to show you this rune. It's right there. Okay. Make a circle of chamomile all about the candle. Make a circle of salt about your candle. Make a circle of bay all about your candle. Light the candle and focus on the flame. See it burning its way through any disease, be it real, perceived, or imagined, be it of the body, physical, or etheric, be it emotional, it matters not. Chant this 3 times. Candle flame, burn this hour. Bring to me your healing power. And that is the chant. So you can see it. All right. Just see the flame consuming all that harms, clearing it away, and transforming it entirely. When the candle has burned through the rune mark, the spell will be done. You will notice the energy has shifted palpably, and you can really carry that energy with you. Feel the gentle change and the healing energy entering into you and doing its work. Blow out the candle, visualize the green circle of life once again and let it shimmer brighten, then be absorbed back into the universal energy to go out and do its work on your behalf. You may wish to make a little healing pouch of green with the bay leaf, the salt, and the chamomile, and give it to the person you have worked this magic for. Carry it about for yourself or place it in the room where you rest, sleep, and thus do much of your deep healing. Blessed be. Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I wish you all of the healing. I hope for you that you don't forget who you are, that you are able to reconnect with your light. In fact, I'm not even going to say I hope that. I am sure that you will, because I just really get such powerful and divine energy radiating off of you. And remember, you can always take the ordinary and make it extraordinary. Pile 3, please like, share, and subscribe if you felt like this reading was helpful for you. My information is in the description box. If you would like a private reading, feel free to reach out to me. And I wish you the best. Bye.